Most photographers think that they need to travel somewhere incredible to take great photos. Today, I'm doing exactly that in my hometown at Browns Point Lighthouse. And I think I just found one of my favorite compositions here. Hello, we are here at Browns Lighthouse here in Tacoma, Washington. This is going to be a longer video. Stay tuned because I'm going to drop a bunch of knowledge about why it's so important to take photographs at your hometown. There's a lot of lessons to be learned here, so please strap in and enjoy the ride. So I know there's a lot of people out there who really think that photography belongs to epic places like the top of a mountain of a hike or going to Japan. Everyone loves to go to Japan, but really the sauce of being a great photographer is to do it often. And what I mean by that, you don't need to plan it out 3 weeks ahead of a time or a month ahead of a time. You don't need to have to wait to do photography. For me, photography is a mind state. The best way I can describe it, it's a flow state where you are in an environment where your sole focus in your mind is to capture the environment around you. And when you are in that flow state, there comes a piece that's really hard to describe. For me, it's a very therapeutic place to be. It's one of the reasons why I love photography so much. And the more often that you are in that state of mind of capturing the environment around you, you are going to be a better photographer. And through that logic, shooting in your hometown is actually the best place to become a better photographer. For example, I live in Washington. We have these really great hikes in nature. It takes time and effort to be able to go out to those places to take photos. But man, if you can go to a park 5 minutes from your place or even a walk, go out there and just shoot. You don't need these insane places to go to take good photos. Here's the thing. If you are tapped into that flow state and you're able to capture the environment around you in a way that becomes easy, then you can take great photos anywhere. You don't need to chase photography when photography is inside you. Does that make sense? Yes. Going to the top of Mount Rainier and taking photos of the great wonders of that park is beautiful. It's really easy to capture those views. But what are you gonna do when you go to that place and yes, you take those great photos, but you can't replicate that in the everyday world, right? You're chasing nature, but in reality, nature is all around you. So the more you can practice photography, the more that you can get into that state of mind where you are scanning the environment, creating compositions, just enjoying that tranquility of being out in nature, just being outside more. If your only excuse to do photography is to plan that hike out 3 months on a weekend that you're free, you're only limiting yourself. It's not enough. If you really want to get the most out of photography, you need to find a way to do it often. I guess what I'm trying to say is that the more often that you can do photography, the better. If that means the only place that you could take photos is of your hometown, then do it. Here's the thing about taking photos in your hometown. What makes shooting in your hometown really special is that your hometown is unique to you, right? Let's say you live in Yakima or Sequim or Forks. And if you live in those cities, you're gonna have more special meaning to that town than you ever will with Japan, with Canada, with all these crazy places that you're visiting. Photography is a reflection of yourself, your identity. So what a better way to enrich your identity by capturing your hometown and what makes it special to you. Think about it this way, like your childhood home. To most people, it's just a random address. That doesn't mean anything to anyone. But guess what? It's special to you because you have those years of living there. You have all those experiences and memories of being in that home. It's gonna be really crazy when you have more photos of a different country than your own home. At the core of it, photography it's a time capsule. It's a moment in time. And once you take that photo, it's gonna live forever. So why not honor the place that you're from? Bring your own unique perspective. You bring your soul into the photos that you take in your hometown. It might not mean special to you now, but 10 years from now, 20 years from now, when that place is gone, you're gonna want to have those photos.
If you gained something positive from this video, please consider subscribing to help a small channel out.
And another reason why I think taking photos in your hometown is really important is something that's practical to practice your photography every day. Like a really good practice that I do is I bring my camera out and I walk to my local park. And even though I've walked that same path several times, each time I notice something new, like a new object in my neighbor's yard, or I notice that the plants are changing, the trees are starting to blossom, and also just really getting into the habit of just doing photography more often. And when I say photography, I mean mindful photography. Because you know, when you hit that flow state where you kind of forget about everything else and all you really think about is the environment around you and that complete awareness, you're in the here and now. It's really hard to get to that state of mind these days. I mean, you got, the biggest offender is doom scrolling, right? It's so easy to sit in your bed, sit on a couch, whatever, and to live other people's lives. I want to say soul snatching, right? It puts you in a state that like you aren't enough, right? Like these influencers are out here, they're doing some crazy 3-day hike up in the mountains or like some crazy expensive trip to tropical islands in Southeast Asia, right? And you sit there, you scroll and you feel like you aren't enough. Here's the thing. You are enough. You're more than enough. And you are perfectly capable of creating those memories just as those influencers are in your hometown. You don't need to go to some crazy adventure to be able to have a meaningful photography experience. The faster that you disconnect that you need to go to an epic place to have good photography, the more better of a relationship you'll have with your photos. You're forgetting the whole art of photography. The whole point of photography is to connect your mind to the environment with the camera as your agent. Which brings me back to why your hometown is the perfect place for you to take photos, because it's special to you. It's probably the most unique thing about you. When you go meet other people, like let's say you go to a different state, you go to Arizona, or you travel to New York, people will say, where are you from? You say your hometown. Imagine this, imagine you say that you're from Everett, you're from Linwood, you're from Tacoma, and you don't have any concrete memories locked in your mind because you fail to notice the environment around you. Like for example, one of my favorite parks that I like to go to is Fort Slocum Park. It's a forest and it's really, really thick forest. And I've taken so many photos of that place. It's basically concrete in my mind. I can remember all the paths it takes to get to the different areas of the forest. That's what's so special about photography, is that it anchors your mind to that place that you were at. And what's a better place to have concrete memories of than your hometown? I think it's beautiful if you're able to capture that experience of living in your hometown, knowing all the secret locations of your own place that no one in the world knows about. I think it's beautiful to be able to really vividly know what your hometown is like, and that can be achieved through photography. And that's why I always harp that shooting photography in your hometown is worth it. I think it's probably the best way to honor where you're from. And I think that is something that needs to be done more. And I really encourage you guys to do so. And another really good thing about taking photos in your hometown is that it challenges you to visit places that you've never been. Like for example, this place right here, Browns Point Lighthouse. This is only my second time being here, ever. And guess what? I spent like 2 hours here photographing the place. And by God, was I enthralled by how beautiful it was today. Like, it's the middle of winter right now, but it's fucking lovely out here. And if I didn't connect in my mind that I should go out to this place here in my town, and I didn't summon that energy to go out here, I would have been stuck at home on my computer, browsing Reddit, looking at other people's photos, and like wishing like, oh man, only if I got a trip to Mexico would I be able to use my camera. I want you to disconnect yourself that photography is only reserved for these epic places, man. You should honor your hometown by getting into that flow state. And let me tell you about that flow state. It is a good place to be. It just like activates the neurons in your mind in a way that feels like achievement.
I am the king.
When you're done. And don't even get me started about the editing process. The editing process is just probably the most addicting part about photography for me. Just being able to go outside and having that incentive to go outside and capture something in your town, right? You don't need that epic 3-week trip out of state to be able to use your camera, man. Use your camera as often as you can, especially if you're a beginner. If you're a beginner, best place you can start is your hometown, man. Find something cool about your hometown. Take pictures of your school. Take pictures of that park. Find that really cool tree and fucking take pictures of it through the seasons. That's the beauty of a singular place. It doesn't stay the same. There's always something different, even day by day. It's true. I mean, look at the seasons, man. If you got trees in your hometown, they're gonna look different all year, right? We got fall, winter, spring, summer. Boom, there's like 4 variations that you could take advantage of in your hometown. And I know some of you are thinking like, oh, like my hometown doesn't have a lighthouse. My hometown doesn't have anything cool. It doesn't matter, dude. You can find cool things anywhere you go. And also, think about people. We didn't even mention people once. You could take pictures of yourself. You could take pictures of yourself in front of your childhood home, and I swear to God, that memory is gonna be worth it 10 years from now. If you decide to have kids, if you decide to have that calling to know what you looked like 10 years ago, I think it's the best place to be. I don't know, man. Taking pictures in your hometown, please switch your mentality that it's not lame. It's not lame to take pictures in your hometown. I think it's cool. The last thing I want to touch on, shooting in your hometown gives you a reason to shoot. When you're out there in the field or in nature, or whatever adventure you decide to shoot for yourself, more time that you are looking through the lens will equate to you being a better photographer, especially if you're a beginner. If you are a beginner, you have no excuse. You have no excuse. You need to go out there and take photos. It's the only way you're gonna get better. Photography is one of those things that it scales with time. You can buy a $5,000 camera, top of the line, and if you only shoot that fucker like 10 times, 100 times, you're gonna get beat by a guy who has a phone camera, takes 10 photos daily. Like, he's gonna out-compete you in like months. You need to develop a relationship with photography. Something that I really pride myself on is part of my identity, me, Edward, who I am as a person, is I identify myself as a photographer, right? It has allowed me a lot of good experiences. I take my camera with me everywhere. Being able to capture people, experiences, places, it's a skill set, and also it's a growing demand too. You know, like LinkedIn, those profile pictures, you're gonna have to master lighting, editing, composition, and you're only gonna attain those skills by doing. You can sit there and watch all the YouTube videos all you want, but if you don't have real life experience shooting, or taking your camera with you, or even just taking photos is gonna build you up. It's gonna build you into a better photographer. When you take photos in your hometown, it's comfortable, you know it well, and you feel safe. When you go out to Japan, are you gonna feel just as comfortable in the streets of Japan than you were sitting in front of your home? It's like your nest to practice, to honor your learning. If you're a beginner, by God, take as many photos as you can. And if it feels like you're only safe at your hometown, then nurture it. Nurture your skill. Because taking photos is a lot more complicated than you think. There's so many ways to improve. So many little details that can level up your game. If you just reserve your photography time to hikes 3 weeks down the line, vacation time that you get maybe every 3 months, you're really missing out. Photography is one of those special hobbies that allows you to have your own unique perspective when it comes to your own life. Your face, there's only one of one for your face. So if you're able to take cool selfies, try out new self-portraits, or even just taking a picture of your darn home in your own special way, I promise that is going to be way more meaningful to you than whatever bullshit an influencer feeds you, okay? Just get into the habit of taking photos as often as you can, and I swear to God, your hometown is the best place to start. So please, do yourself a favor, come out, feel inspired, take photos in your hometown, capture those memories, and I swear you're gonna have a better relationship with photography, and it's gonna bring you so much more joy than you think. If this inspired you to take more photos, please hit that like button, subscribe.